Early morning, everyone. It is Dana Sacco with I2I Hype, your automation and system specialist. And today, this is one of those topics. There's a blog post that came out, I believe it was yesterday that I did, that I had, you know, that's on the website now. But how to do the simple automations, the simple things. What do you need to do to get to that magical number? Guys, everyone talks about the magical $10,000 months, right? So what do you need? Guys, I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm not doing fancy slides. I'm not doing anything like that. Good morning, Jill. How are you? So here's the thing. There's a lot of simple things that you can do, and there's a lot of things that need to be done so that you can get there, right? Without the stress. Now, let me tell you what brought this on. I was going back in time. Yes, we get those memories that pop up in our Facebook, and we end up going, wherever the heck we go. And when I did that, one thing popped up, and it was at that place where I was seriously about to quit. I was about to close down my business. I was absolutely exhausted. I didn't have things in place. Things weren't running smoothly for me, and yet people still kept coming. And so there's a lot of things that I learned during that time it's not just about increasing your rates. We all talk about that. Everyone, you go out there, and I'll be quite honest with you, my rates are, for the services that I provide right now, they're pretty much set, and they haven't really changed over the last year. I'm where I'm at. I'm comfortable where I'm at, and I don't need to increase that, if that makes sense. It's not one of those things that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need to increase my rates because I'm going to freak. No, it's not like that. So one of the things I want you to think about is that it's about making the entire system easier for you, and easier for you to enjoy, easier for you to say no, and easier for you to follow up. Because someone does not sign up with you right now, right today, does not mean they aren't going to come back to you a year from now, but they need to be able to find you, and they need to be able to, it's a trust building thing. It's a whole blah, 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 blah. I can give you an example. I had someone that came to me and they wanted a system build. Fine. They came to me over a year ago. I was going to charge them because at the time I was charging not by package, I was charging by hours. And so I expected it to take a certain number of hours, and it was like a ridiculously low price now that I look back on it. And they came to me a year later and said, hey, are you still doing this? And I said, absolutely I am. However, it's not going to be that amount. It's going to be this amount. Fine, send me the paperwork and let's get going. Why? Because I built that trust. I established who I was. So it's a couple different things. And we're going to start off with just very quick things. You need to automate when someone contacts you. Yep. When someone contacts you from a form, guys, you need to automate that. Thank you so much. Personalize it. Easy within Honeybook. If they're filling out a form, send them something back. Why? Because if I don't receive anything back from someone, I have no idea that you even knew or know that I exist. So why the heck? I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, well, did they receive my message? I have no idea. I can tell you this past week, I was going through one thing and the systems were absolutely awful. And this is like a company that charges $10,000+ for whatever they're doing. And there's no easy way for me to say, hey, did you receive my email? Did you contact me? Or any of this stuff? None of it was there. So if none of it's there, what the heck? How am I going to know? So that's one of the very first things you need to do. do that when someone contacts you. It doesn't need to go out like within 2 seconds. A lot of these systems, I believe DUBSADO has it. I believe I know HoneyBook has it. Keep definitely has it. All of these systems have it where you can pause it by just a couple minutes. And sometimes that's really good because it's not like instant auto response. It's like, okay, you gave me a second to take a look at it and whatever. And that happens 24/7. So with it happening 24/7, you've got that, it's constantly going. They have a way to get in contact with you. And if you send them something right afterwards, that definitely helps. The second thing is actually going to be, guys, if you do not have a calendar link, go get one. Right now, I want you to go to Calendly. I want you to go to whatever else. Brain totally went off there. Go get a calendar link. There is no reason to go back and forth with someone to find out whether or not it's good enough, if it will work. There's no reason to go back and forth to find a time to work with someone. It doesn't mean you can't open up a spot somewhere for someone. Like I did this last week and I was on the phone last night. Why? Because I had that ability. I can say, sure, go ahead and give me a call. Let's go ahead and talk now. Because it established, there's a rapport there and it's going from there. But get a calendar link. Go get one now. They're free, guys. Calendly has a free option. It's my preferred one. I use Calendly even though I have it inside of Keep and even though I have one inside of HoneyBook. I still prefer Calendly. Why? Because it's a lot easier. And honestly, my team members, I can, Lorianne and I have joint ones so that if our schedules actually, merge together, then we can do a group call. Totally works for everyone. So that's one of the things. Now, if you do have a team, you can assign someone to someone. I'm kind of going to skip that concept because I've never assigned a salesperson to anyone. That's just me. I'm not big on pushing sales onto someone else. You guys can talk strategy. You guys can talk how your system is being built with someone. But I want that connection. I want to know who you are. And so, again, that goes back to set up your calendar link and make sure that you have that. Now, I do not do live events. Like I don't go to BNIs. I don't go to any of these things. Maybe I should. I don't know. Sometimes for me, it gets a little bit too people-y. And yes, I swear that that's a word. But it's one of those things, it's not me. However, a lot of you do, right? So with a lot of you going to these events or, whether it's a conference, whether it's one of these, there's a lot of them happening. I know Keeps PartnerCon is coming up and it's all about connections. Well, do you know where you got that connection from? Do you know? So wouldn't it make more sense if you had, say you have your business card, whatever, you guys are doing scanning. I use something called Blink. It's BLINQ. It's on my phone. It gives me a QR code and it's got all my links to it right there and people can scan it. I actually had someone scan it in the airport recently, which is kind of cool. So, those type of things, it's just a connection. And so with the connection, where did they come from? So wouldn't it make sense if you're collecting business cards, whatever, tag them in your system, right? Tag them in your system so you know where they came from and send them a personalized message. I would not do it right away. This is one of the instances I would not send them something like within 5 minutes. Why? Because that, to me, if I'm still in an event and I just said hi to you and you just put me in your system or we just traded emails, I would not want something like within the next 5 minutes. Nah. Give it 24 hours. or send it the next day at like between the hours of 8 and 9 in the morning, but know where they came from and establish that and say, hey, it was great meeting you at X. Be specific. Be, have one specific for certain types of events. You can pre-set it up. For example, if I was to go, I'm not going to PartnerCon live. Okay, I'm not. I'm going to do virtual. I'm kind of a little bit bummed about it, but I'm not going. But if I was, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan you in. And within 24 hours, I would say, hey, it was great meeting you at PartnerCon. I would set up an automation to do that. Why? Because duh. I mean, it's letting them know, it's reminding them where we met, A. It keeps them in it. And then I keep them in an email sequence that says, hey, I would love to get with you on a coffee chat or whatever you're doing. And again, this goes back to that calendar link. If you guys don't have one, go get one. I'm not going to repeat that. Like, yes, I am. I'm going to repeat that over and over again, because if you don't have one, it really makes it difficult. I mean, it really does. So if you don't have one, please go get one. And that's one of the things you guys need to kind of think about. It's these little things. It's these little personalization things that can save you time and get you to those $10,000 months. So now you've got that sort of thing done, right? Now they're saying, okay, you've connected with them. You can offer free content with these things. Hey, I met you at X, and here, this is just something I would really like you to take a look at. It's absolutely free. There's no obligation. Your lead magnets, utilize them, guys, and create them. They are completely free to make. Canva is awesome for this. It can be a checklist for my bookkeepers, guys. What are the things that people need to do monthly? What are they? I'm not making you a list. And most small businesses, they don't know. Or even, say, hey, these are the dates you need to mark down on your calendar. Why? Because these are the dates when estimated taxes are due. Holy crap, I had no idea about that. Those type of silly things. It's just that. It's those type of things that we really don't think about. But guys, a simple checklist for a small business is like, holy cow. And hey, put a Google Calendar link on there to add reminders to it. It's totally doable, and it's not going to cost you anything, but you're adding value to it, which again reminds them who you are. Put your name in, that sort of thing. Hey, do you need help with this? With a Google Calendar link, put a description. Hey, if you need more help with this, go ahead and click here. Again, calendar link, guys, and schedule a call with me. It won't take you very long, and it's absolutely free, guys. So there's no reason not to be doing that, right? So offering your free content, again, is huge. And this can go back to the lead generation. This can go back to whatever. Now, and the next thing you need to do, you guys, you need to have a process. I'm not honestly 100% the best with this. With the whole onboarding and all of that stuff, I'm still figuring out how I want to do it, to do a couple extra things. But do your sales framework. What does that mean? Okay. Where do they fit in your pipeline? Are they a prospect? Are they a client? Are they a networking partner? Is it someone you can work with? Can they be a joint venture person? There's a lot of things that, can you cross promote each other? All of these different things. Are they qualified? Guys, if you aren't qualifying people when you get to them, you're going to lose out there. Pre-qualify them. Let them know, are you ready to spend X amount of dollars? My bookkeepers out there, even my virtual assistants, you guys, if you aren't saying, are you ready to commit to X? If they are not ready to commit, they're probably not a good fit for you. And, you can set that number however you want. When I was doing bookkeeping, I had it qualifying question of my minimum bookkeeping is $250 a month. Are you ready to invest at least that in your business? It was either yes or no. And if it was a no, I'm sorry, we're probably not the best fit because I wasn't going to be doing it for less than that at that stage. So this is, you're going to define usually a sales pipeline by 4 distinct areas. It's going to be a new opportunity. I'm going to classify anyone in there, anyone you meet, networking, any of those things, go into new opportunity. Contacting. This leads me into the stage where you guys are talking back and forth. All right. Then engaging. Are you still talking? Again, qualified, not qualified, and then you're qualifying them. You're making sure that they are the best fit for your business. Who do you need to focus on? You need to focus on those ones that are qualified, the ones that are ready to go, the ones that are like overly. For me, a lot of times the people that I talk to are stressed. For example, I have a client that we are about to start a project with, and their business is very, very specific, and they do not have time at all to do anything other than their business. No one started a business for that reason, right? So by knowing who they are, being willing to talk to them, being willing to work with them, that's what you're looking at, right? So that's one of those amazing things that you need to do. Now, guys, I'm also going to tell you, please have some sort of emailing system set up. And MailerLite is free. People have a love-hate relationship with MailerLite. They also have a love-hate relationship with MailChimp. I used MailChimp for close to 18 years and had 0 issues with it. 0. And I did the free version for close to 18 years. So, I didn't have a huge list. I'm talking about with multiple businesses, and it used to be priced differently. But guys, it's there. It works. MailerLite is the same thing. I have a bunch of businesses on it. Sign up. It's free. And then it goes to $10 a month. I personally would spend the $10 a month. Why? Because it gives you a couple more options. That's me. However, so say someone contacts you and they're not ready yet. They're not qualified. Filter them out. Filter them. Tag them as, okay, they're a prospect. Let's nurture them. And that's where you're going into, these are the people that if you have a special event going on that might be able to help them. Like, I can talk to you guys. I can talk to you right here. Guys, not every one of you is my client. It'd be nice. I mean, 300 and something people in this group, and whoa, okay, I'd be totally overwhelmed. But that's not the purpose of this, right? The purpose of this is to engage with you guys and talk to you, and maybe you guys want to join something that I do in the future. Up to you. Am I going to totally blacklist you because you're not spending money with me? Hell no. But I want to nurture you. I want to be able to help you. That's part of what it's doing. So you need to develop that sort of system within it. And by doing that, all of a sudden they might say, go back, to minute 5 or whatever of this, when I talked about the client who contacted me a year later. A year. And my rate was honestly $1,000 more than what I had quoted her the first time. Now, granted, we did a couple extra things and there were a couple additions in there, but it's a huge difference, right? But if I didn't stay in touch with the person, if I didn't qualify the person, it wouldn't have made any sense. So go ahead and automate all that. You can do it through MailerLite. You can do it through MailChimp. Those are the 2 freebie ones that I would go with. If you're more advanced, there's ConvertKit, there's ActiveCampaign. You guys get the idea. I use Keep. Why do I use Keep? Because everything is in Keep. I have pretty much everything linked within Keep. You come through my HoneyBook site, that's fine. You're being zapped over into my Keep. You come through a ThriveCart thing, fine. You're being zapped over to Keep. So all of my people are in Keep. Why? Because Not everyone is over in HoneyBook purchasing, but I'm not going to throw you out with the trash with that, right? I'm going to still say hi. I'm still going to talk to you, and I'm still going to let you know what's going on. So these type of things, again, are huge. It's building a rapport. It's also building your expertise. If you sit there and you share a lot of valuable information, this is where it gets really good because you can actually, you're building your reputation. And by building your reputation, you're building your expertise and you're establishing that. All right. So not everyone has repeat business. Most of the time, you guys might have seen it. We have a tech offering that we're just now releasing. Guys, this is 3 years into business that I am just now offering people an extended tech service. It's been asked for, so I designed it. I was like, okay, I can do something like that. So that's my repeat business. But not everyone has that. So, again, this goes back to continuing to nurture. And it's the life cycle. Think of like an infinity symbol is what Keep actually uses in it, of where people are in their business. And it goes through an entire cycle for this. So if you're in a retail type business, guys, you need to keep talking to people. There's a reason why Amazon does so well. Why? Because they're the nosiest people I have ever met in my life. Okay. Between them and Google, I don't know which is worse, but they know exactly what I do and do not need, apparently. So I go with that. I'm more likely to go onto my 3 shopping sites are Amazon. I mean, I'll shop for clothes on Amazon. Why? Because they show me clothes 50 million times a day. I'll go buy something and I can return it really easily. I'll go to Walmart.com. Why? Because they charge the $100 a month. So you can see where the repeat business goes, and $100 for the year, and they'll bring it to my house. And they will also do that. I'll let you know. I'm in Florida right now, and if I ordered from Walmart.com, they would bring it to me here. So I'm okay with that. Why? Because it's 2 different locations, and Joe could be up in South Carolina. I'm down in Florida, and we're having order, and he orders and I order on the exact same day, and Walmart doesn't really care. They're going to go ahead and bring it to me. Why? Because I paid for that service. I can get it shipped to me for free. Why? Because I got that service. Again, these are the things it's brought the repeat business. If you have a smaller e-commerce business, it's the same type of thing. I do not do this. Okay, I will say something. I do have an Amazon FBA business, which means it is fulfilled by Amazon. We ship in products to Amazon, and Amazon's nice enough to ship them out. I pay Amazon enough. They do the advertising for me. So that's what I pay for with that. Do I need a repeat business on that? No, not really. You're either going to come and get it or you're not. And that just has to do with my product. I'm not adding a whole bunch of extra stuff. But a lot of us, you need to do a little bit of something to generate it. And again, this goes back to that email marketing. So guys, these are really simple, and most of them are free, right? Now, customer service is another one. How easy is it for someone to get in touch with you? How easy is it? You guys can sit here and you guys can message me on Facebook. I don't have a problem with it. Go for it. You're going to get put into an autoresponder on some of the links, I think, which helps me decipher what you need before we actually talk, because I might actually have the answer for you somewhere. Hey, I'm kind of good like that. But I have no problem if people reach out to me. You want to message me? Go for it. I'll talk to you. I'm not going to run and hide. So how can they get in touch with you? Again, also, go back to the calendar link. If you do not have one, go get one. How many times do I need to say this, right? But make it easy for people to reach out to you. All right. And how does this help your stress level? By automating the responses, by automating some of the ways that people can do things and making it easy for people to book a call with you or schedule time with you, then you do not need to sit there and be there and responding 24 hours a day. For example, if you go through my little mini chat thing, I don't know, it's on a Facebook page. I hooked it up because I had it. But even just Facebook has a free one in there where if they ask questions, it will respond. You can also send people a link. Hey, I would love to talk to you. Here's my calendar link. Book a 15-minute coffee chat with me and let's talk. Or reply here and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Guys, it's not that difficult and it will come up on your phone or whatever. Respond when you can. But ask them questions. You don't want to go into any sort of thing blind. And again, it's just customer service. If you're really difficult to find, then it's not going to, people aren't going to be thrilled with that. They're just going to be like, go back to one of the things I said where I'm trying to get in touch with the company. I sent him an email on Monday after sitting on the phone for an hour on hold. All right, an hour. I mean, to the point my AirPods were like, yeah, dude, you need to plug us in for a little bit type conversation going. At this stage, I would never use that company, ever. I don't care what type of deals they're giving me. The customer service sucks. And that, it goes back to, did you even get my email? I don't even know if they did because they don't have any sort of auto response system. They don't have anything that tells me that they received my message, which to me, again, I'm never going to that company to purchase something. And for what they're charging for stuff, I should definitely, get some sort of response, right? So another thing, guys, we're going to go back to that calendar link. I know, shocker, but make sure that it has some sort of reminder system. The reason why I like Calendly, and I do the paid Calendly version, even though they do have a free one, but I do the paid one. Why? Because it sends the text messages to remind people that they have a damn appointment. It also means that they can cancel really easily. And it's okay if people cancel. Like, I had someone that canceled on Monday. He's like, hey, I decided to go with a totally different direction with this. So I'm not going to waste your time and my time. My response was, awesome. Thank you so much for canceling. Why? Because it opened up that 30 minutes. It opened up that time for something. I could do something else. So having this, and we're in an age where how many of us are within sitting distance of our phone? Almost all the time. Actually, I'm sitting here with two, right? So sitting here with two phones, what the heck was that? Oh, I don't care about that. It was a different color than all the other notifications I get. But, these type of things are super duper important. So I will not check my email except for once a day, but I'll check my text messages come in and I'll check them. Even when I'm in work focus, I'll check them because I'm nosy with that. Another thing, guys, if you haven't seen it, we have a client review system that's absolutely free. And if you want in, let me know. Drop a thing that says, Dana, I need a review system for free. And I will get you the link for that. Okay? Why? Because figure out what's going on with your clients. Figure out something. Client satisfaction definitely helps you. Asking clients for referrals, it's the same type of thing. Send them a questionnaire. Hey, what worked? What didn't work? Do you have anyone that's interested in this? Would you refer us? That sort of thing. It's just important for you. Now, other things that you should be doing. I discussed it the other day. I think it was last week when I did a HoneyBook, a lesson in HoneyBook for recurring payments and automating client payments. If you guys are sending out manual invoices, stop. Absolutely stop. If it's someone that is recurring payments, There are so many options out there to set that up that, if you're in QuickBooks, guys, you can set up a recurring invoice inside of QuickBooks. The kicker is you need to remind people because they suck at that sort of thing, okay? But it can be an automatic payment. You just need to have them fill out the form, or, you can send them an email every month where they click auto pay. HoneyBook has it automatically doing it. You sign up for auto pay. If the client takes off their auto pay payment, it will send them an invoice automatically where they have to click and pay. Very simple to do. Then DUBSADO now does the recurring auto pay. Sweet Dash, I believe, had an upgrade for that where it will keep it in, so it will keep their card in a vault. ThriveCart, if you guys have seen it, they have the subscription. So anything with a subscription through Stripe will go ahead and do it. Stripe has an invoicing system in it. It doesn't cost anything to send people out an invoice through Stripe, and it can be recurring. So stop doing it. Stop sending stuff manually unless something changes. There's no reason to send out manual invoices anymore. There absolutely isn't. Another thing that you guys can do that is absolutely free to help you get to that $10,000 month. Talk. There. That's what I'm saying. Talk. Talk to people. Dana, what the hell are you talking about? Okay. Do you have clients that ask you questions, or have you come up with something? One of the things that I've seen a lot of people talk about is they will be sitting there and how do you come up with ideas of what to talk about? During, they're asking me, I don't want to do a Facebook Live. I don't want to record anything. Okay, I get that, right? I totally get that because I have ideas and they just... Sorry. But I totally get that. And why do I totally get that? It's because we don't always want to talk about stuff, and we're always afraid it needs to be super long. This right now is at 30 minutes. I talked the other day, I don't know what day it was, maybe yesterday, for 10 minutes. It doesn't need to be long. You can talk for 3 minutes and it will still be fine. So these are just if a client asks you a question, that's a good topic. Dana, how do we set up automatic payments? Great topic. Put it on a live, right? Let me answer it by talking to you, because sometimes talking is a lot easier than typing. So it just kind of helps you out with that sort of thing, and it's just helpful. So do it as a Facebook event. Why do you want to do it as a Facebook event in your group? Because now it advertises it to everyone in that group and it invites everyone in the group. Whether they show up or not, it doesn't make a difference. We love you. I understand that. I do not see 300 and something people on this live. Some of you, this is 6 o'clock in the morning, and I sure as heck am not waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch your live, so I don't expect you to watch mine at that time, right? So you can promote them. You can tell people to grow in your group. Again, this is how you do it. You're establishing your expertise. Now, one of the other things that I do is I add value within social media groups. I do not have a problem going in and answering questions. Good morning. I don't have a problem going in and answering questions in Facebook groups. The biggest one out there that I think I answer almost every single day is, what's your favorite CRM? Or should I do HoneyBook or DUBSADO? Or what else is out there? Almost every single day, I answer that at least one time. At least once. Sometimes it's like in 3 different groups by different people, and I don't answer it. I'll just answer it in one group, and then I'll leave it alone. Honestly, because I get tired of answering it. Because it's a very simple answer, and there is no right one. It depends on you, not everyone else. So some of the other things to do, guys, okay? Stay organized with your documents. Don't have them every place. I know this is really, really hard and I suck at it too, right? I'm terrible at this. We have ClickUp. ClickUp is somewhat organized. It looks really good, guys. It really does. Is it my favorite? I still have a hard time with it because I'm still paper and pencil and I'm still a checklist person. And it's not my 100% checklist. But I do that. But my documents are all organized within my Google Drive. How do I have them organized? Main topic. For me, like I'll use systemology as an example. I have systemology, and then I have a folder that says systemology clients, and then I have another folder that says resources. That's it. I have resources for systemology. I have clients. Underneath clients, each client name, each client will have their own folder. Duh. So now I can go into my Google Drive and just see systemology and I know where it is. When I was doing bookkeeping, it was the exact same thing. Bookkeeping, clients. Each client had their own folder. Underneath that, I had 50 million folders depending on how many accounts they had and everything else and where files would go. And then I even broke it down into years there. So I would have like 2018, 2019, 2020, all that. It's all organized within it. So make sure that you have your files organized. Why? Because it looks really bad if you can't find stuff. I'm guilty of that sometimes. I admit it. So another thing, and yes, I actually do have notes here, guys. So I was pretty impressed with this. If you ask questions of your clients, use a questionnaire. Have some sort of filtering system within your email, within your, yeah, I'm guilty of that one. But have some sort of filtering system, whether it's within your email, whether it's within any other program, have a questionnaire. Why do I say get a questionnaire? First of all, now you have all the questions asked in one place so that you aren't chasing emails. When I started, people could ask me emails or ask me questions by emails, and I have to stop this. Why? Because this morning I woke up to 325 emails. That's a friggin' ridiculous number. It's ridiculous. Some of them are in promotions. Some of them are over here. I don't have time or patience to go through all of that. So client emails could get lost. There's different ways to filter it out. With ClickUp, you could set up forwarding so that I have one client asks everything by email, no matter what we ask them to do. So we have a forwarding thing that any email coming in from that client gets sent over into ClickUp so that we can edit it. And I can see if it's even worthy of a task. Some things aren't worthy of a task, guys, and some things aren't even worthy of an answer. So this sort of thing. So you've got that. Filter it out. Use questionnaires, use forms, Google Forms, guys. If you have a Google Suite account, it's free. Have them do it. My favorite part of it is that it puts it in a spreadsheet. Now, if you have something like Keep, DUBSADO, any of those, you can actually do it where it puts it right in your client folder, right? ClickUp has a form. There's limitations on ClickUp's form. I can't add like 50 million sections, so it's not always the best option, but it does help. So these type of things are perfect for all different sorts of things. Client questions, though, Typeform is a popular one. Typeform integrates with ClickUp. I haven't utilized that yet to the extent that I probably could, which is fine. I'm good with that. But there's different things. Like if you've watched me before, Content Snare is one of the things that I use to grab content from people. That's very, very helpful. Do I have it set up completely? No. Honeybook has a questionnaire that you can send people. One of the things with Honeybook's questionnaire, though, is that you can't send like that questionnaire to everyone. Um, like you have to send it to each client each time. So that's why in this type of instance, if you're going to ask questions to a client over time, I like to organize it with a Google form. Again, I'm into these free things, right? And so then you can automate some of it. And some of you know that I use Zapier, and Zapier is like a godsend for a lot of different reasons. So there's a lot of different little automations that you can do that will help you. If you get the idea of this entire thing, it's not just how to get you to the $10,000 a month. It's how do you get to the $10,000 a month without the stress? I mean, you can sit there, and when I hit my first $10,000 a month, I had it marked on a dry erase board. I had my little, okay, I'm at 3,000, I'm at 4,000, I'm at 5,000. So I had my goals set up there, and I was looking at them constantly, and it got a little bit exhausting. Because I didn't have that whole workflow done. And you need that workflow to get everything working right. So a lot of this will have to do with your client experience. Automating your client's experience takes the stress off of you. No matter where we go in all these steps that I've talked about for the last 40 minutes, okay, all of these steps have to do with your client's experience. How your client experiences your business will cause the repeat clients, will cause the referrals, will cause the testimonials that are kick-ass. So guys, if you have any questions about anything, please feel free to drop it in the comments. Things that I've mentioned today, Calendly, you need a calendar link. I mentioned that like multiple times. You need some way for people to contact you and auto respond when they do contact you. Lead capture form, however, you need to contact them, however you're going to do that. That can be done through Honeybook, DUBSADO, any of the CRM systems that we talk about, that can be done. You need to engage with them. It may not be like instantaneous, but you know the sale might not be instantaneous, but do a nurture them through an email marketing system. That can be MailerLite, MailChimp, any of those. Use a referral and testimonial system. I do have one. It's called Revenue Jump. If you want the link, raise your hand. Let me know and say, me, I need a review system. It's completely free, and we can get you set up. You need to have some sort of way to organize your systems and files and contact, for them to contact you, messaging you in an easy way. If you do not have a way for your clients to contact you, or if you don't, organize them very well, then it's not necessary. Your client experience is going to suck, because they're going to say, well, I contacted you, but you never got in touch with me. So guys, again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'd love to hear back from you, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a great day, guys.